Troubleshooting invoice errors. Invoice errors, receiving review. The most common reason for not being able to process an invoice is because the item, material, or service has not been received for the amount or quantity on the invoice. Typically, this is because you have entered a value of 2 on the invoice when only 1 was received. You can go to the receiving application and receive any additional items to fix this problem. Invoice errors, PO review. In the PO application, there are 2 places where you can check to see what is happening on your invoice that would cause an error. The first is the PO line itself. 1. PO line receiving. If you go to the purchase order and open up the PO you are attempting to pay, go to the PO lines tab and drop down the info on the line you're trying to pay. There is a section on the bottom left side of the screen that tells you what you have received to date. Purchasing in Maximo is primarily based on the quantity of the item. So, the total quantity that you are invoicing needs to be equal to or less than the quantity received. 2. Related records information. For more complicated invoices, you can use the Related Records tab. In the Purchase Order application, open the PO and click on View Related Records. In the Material Receipts, Service Receipts, and Invoices tabs, you can see the total amount that was received and the total invoice to date. This will help you determine if you need to receive anything or revise the PO to be able to pay the invoices you are working with. You can export this list to review them in an easier format. Invoice errors, duplicate invoice number. The other common issue is that the invoice number has already been used, and the system will not let you use it again. In this case, you can add C or R to the end of the invoice number to allow you to reuse this invoice for revisions or credits. Reverse an invoice. If you have already approved an invoice, the only way you can update this is by reversing an invoice. 1. Open the invoice you wish to reverse. Select Create Reverse Invoice under More Actions. 2. Approve the reversal invoice. This will negate the original invoice and set its status to Reversed. 3. Create a new invoice with the correct amount. Closing a PO. Once you have received and invoiced the PO, you should be able to close it. If you are checking the Close PO option when you approve or pay the invoice, it should automatically close the PO when it is fully invoiced. If you have not automatically closed the PO, you will need to do so manually. Once a PO is closed, you will not be able to change it. So, make sure you are completely done with the PO before you close it. You also do not have to fully invoice a PO in order to close it. So if you still have money on it but you are not going to be paying an invoice for that amount, go ahead and close the PO. In the PO application, open the PO you wish to close. Go to Common Actions and Close Purchase Order, or Change Status. Make sure New Status is closed. Entering a memo is optional, but you can fill it out if there are any special circumstances.